I want to start tonight by talking about Ukraine. Oh, not again, you might be saying. Why that? Haven't we moved on? Isn't it over? Well, no, actually, it's not over. It's still raging. A lot of people are being killed every single day in Ukraine. And it's incredibly important that we don't just move on, that we don't just forget about what's going on there. I fear that Russia is beginning to win this war. Remarkable footage released by the Ukrainian government today shows the exact moment that Vladimir Putin deliberately targeted 1,000 civilians in a supermarket with this war crime. That's a cruise missile striking a shopping mall. It's a direct hit. That was no accident. That was no mistake. Putin did that because he knows he can get away with it, and we just sit back and watch it. At least 20 people were killed, many more injured, many are still missing. They're simply trying to go about their life, doing their shopping. But there's no normal life in Ukraine. The sanctions on Russia have been huge and unprecedented, but they're not enough, are they? Just as Putin predicted, Europe and many so-called neutral countries remain gluttonous for his gas. Almost $1 billion flows into the Kremlin every single day during this war. At this rate, Russia will make more from oil and gas this year than last. The ruble has now rebounded to its pre-war value already. And while tens of billions in weaponry has indeed poured into Ukraine, Putin's still making a lot of ground on the ground. One war crime and one massacre at a time. Well, NATO confirmed at the summit in Madrid today that it's pressing ahead with expansion. Sweden and Finland will join the alliance. Thousands more troops and defences will be deployed to Europe's eastern frontier, including 3,000 American troops stationed in Romania, what some have likened to a new Iron Curtain. There were many more commitments, pledges and plaudits for Ukraine at that summit, and another inspiring speech from President Zelensky. But there are also dozens more Ukrainians in body bags tonight. And that's the real story so far of a wretched war with no end in sight and seemingly no answer to the questions of how and when the Ukrainian suffering will stop.